right, Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone, the church here in Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to our teachers, the head apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the fellow laborers out there, and as always, the believers. So yeah, we back out here once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. As always, as we do week in, week out, to prophesy against this wicked queendom, America, right? Which is now officially come to its end. This thing's finished, man. And how do we know that? Because it's actually manifest. You have to be blind, right? You have to be spiritually disabled, lacking the senses of sight and ears to not see that. Everything going on around you is a clear indicator that this place is through, right? What's that? Second Ezra, the 9th chapter. I believe we're on the 5th verse. It said the end is manifest. Matter of fact, let's begin with that up. You know where it started at the top.
Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He asked me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before.
Right. What's part of those signs? Let's evaluate that. Right? Coming over here on those slave ships, that's one of the signs. Pass. Right? So-called white man regaining power in the earth. The Renaissance period. That was part of the signs that we was told to look for. Right? America being built, this whole design, right? The adamant spirit, that persistent spirit that's on these devils to establish their new world order. Because that's what you're witnessing right now. These devils are full of effect as touching establishing these 15-minute cities, these, right? That's why you see a lot of these so-called natural disasters. Because pretty much they perform a demolition, demo in certain cities, and they bring in, right, certain construction, and they're going to redesign it. And unless you're on the grid, you're going to be kept out of those confinements. See, that was all written in the scripture, right? The book of James speaks about the rich man who said, I have, matter of fact, can we get that before we go back? And you can already feel it, the spirit gearing up towards Esau, man. And why wouldn't you? You know those guys who break off from the church? They make it about us. They forget about Esau, right? So-called white man no longer on the side. Turn that aggression. Nigga, all them years of damn applications. Don't turn that aggression towards us, man. Right? That aggression should be right. That should be toward Esau. We failed relationships, your old lady left. And niggas take all that aggression and they aim it towards the prophet. Well, the scripture speaks about that, how we have killed all the day long. See? Because the Lord used us, right, to accommodate. You look at a ram, you can eat from the lamb, you can clothe yourself from it, right? And if you want to aspire to teach, you can take the horns from the ram and blow the trumpet. So we're a sacrifice, we're a living sacrifice. And that's what you niggas tend to do, turn that aggression towards us. Come on. That's like is it? Yeah, kind of. The parable of the, no, Salaki. No. Yeah, let's get that one where it says we're going to a city.
Oh, come.
And we'll build that. And listen, that was parable like the man who built the, scripture, he said, I would lay up much to myself for many years. Someone can get that one. Right, the foolish rich man. Yep, come on.
This is Amos 5 and 15. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. Elders mentioned how you got Israel out here that fall out, of this calling, which many are called, a few are chosen. It's understandable that some gonna fall out, but you're gonna go ahead and take aim now in your sights. You got the one that you was once a part of, the ones that you was building with, right? The builders. You're gonna aim at the builders of the foundation. In the church now, instead of aiming at the evil. The scripture says, hate the evil and love the good. Regardless if you're gonna hash it out or not, or whether you were selected or not, you once was a part of this thing and had no issues with it. You were a part of it. So why now turn to hate the good? You gotta consistently hate the good, hate the evil. Right? That's always gonna be Esau, Edom, because that's the captivity that the Lord put us in. That's the setup for end times forever.
Because the youth talk about fucking or something, you know? Right? You could get on these LGBTQ XYZ community members, but they turn that aggression towards us, man. Our scripture speaks about that in Psalm 21. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies, which that hand is really captured in the form of the document. Right? So that hand is pointing you out. See? But it's a lot of things that's going on in the planet Earth. The so-called white man is showing his hand, man. Right? If not, this should be the time more than ever when you should be condemning Esau. See? Yep. Come on.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 13. It reads, go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell.
Right.
And
See,
get gain.
see those two words, that buy and sell. So the rich man mentality, we would go into a certain city, right, and buy and sell that. So pretty much they looking to re-scrap this system, hit the reboot button, right, and start all over. The great reset. See? Go ahead.
Connor, it says, it's like, whereas he know, it's like, whereas he know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor.
Right, and that complements Wisdom of Solomon. Right, is that Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter? Well, even Esau, in reasoning with himself, he came to the conclusion that our life is short and tedious, and but a shadow, a vapor, you know? Go ahead.
It says, but what is your life? It is even a vapor that appear for a little time.
Right, yeah, America, the so-called white man, he was brought on the scene just for a small moment in time. And that was an effort to fulfill biblical prophecy, man. Right, the fourth and dreadful beast. See, Esau was critical in coming back into power to fulfill that prophecy. Read that point again, out.
It says, but what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away.
That's it. In the grand scheme of things, this is just a vapor. These buildings, this is dust. Right? These bricks that's perceived in your little feeble little minds, that's just dust in the sight of Yahweh outside. See? You got something?
The book of 2 Corinthians 4 and 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal.
Right, this temple, man. See? Everything here is out of the spirit, bro. Yeah. Everything is temporal. That's why, and we brought this out before through the spirit, when you look at like the past time here in America, you have the baseball season, you have football season, tax season, right? Everything is seasonal. Nothing is continual, constant, or perpetual, even for that matter, man. And that's more incentive to not plug into the matrix and become attached to this world. Now you'll have a nigga that say, well, why you dip, you know? Like niggas see you in a restaurant, see? Right, you know what I mean? Niggas think you sold out, man. You ain't down for the cost, yeah. No, when you read St. John the 17th chapter, the Lord said we would be here. Right? Remember even Lot, right? Scripture say Lot was vexed from day to day with the things that he saw and heard. Why? Because he was in the midst of it. So we're soaking up the Babylonian experience right now. See that? But the detachment is here. The mindset. What's that, Romans 12?
Yep. 12 and 2. Yep.
Right? Be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So we understand this is temporal. Only a fool will want to stay. Remember the Titanic? Everybody wanted to get off the ship. Right? It was an extravagant ship. It was the top of the line at its time. But due to the obvious disaster that was unfolded around them, everybody wanted to get the hell out of it. So right now, that's what you see. This place is through. But the Lord, what he did in a brilliant move, he stripped you from those incidents. You niggas can't smell the house on fire. Then to compound to it, the matter, a nigga sleep with, you know, the cereal bowl. And, you know, we make light of it, but hey, this place is through, man. See? And we can't stress it enough. Come on.
Come. 1 Corinthians 4 and 18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
That's it. Yep.
Okay. It's a phrase, be in the world and not of the world.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, we here. We ain't got to run and golden style, monk,
Right.
chimes. Right? You never see us once a year.
Every day.
No, we right here in Center Street.
No. Going back to what Yahweh Shai said, just bagging you up. That's why they hate us. Yahweh Shai said they hate you because you're not of the world. If you was of the world love his own.
Right.
So that going back to the saying that they say, you know, say it again how it goes.
Be in the world,
Yeah.
not of the world.
And that's us. We in here, Yahweh Shai prayed that the Most High take us not out of the world, right? But you know, give us the endurance, give us, you know, the knowledge, the wisdom, like the elder saying, the sight, you know, being able to be able to smell that the building's on fire, man. Concerning Esau, what we should. Job 20 and verse 4 it says, knoweth thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth?
Right.
That-
If I may, Job speaking in the spirit. Really, Job prophesied.
Right.
Because with the naked eye, you equate that with just the coming and going of men. Which is true. You can apply that. Matter of fact, staying in the book of Job, you want to want to think of the 7th chapter. We're going to go back here. Because everybody have an appointed time. Especially from the standpoint of rulers. Remember the scriptures tell you how the Lord worked on the minds of kings, right? The hearts of the kings is in the hand of the Lord. So Yahweh Shai is behind the rise and fall of kingdoms and empires. And it's likened to men making an appearance on planet Earth. See, come on.
Come. The book of Job 7 and 1. Is there not an appointed time to man upon earth?
See, and again, you'll read that and you'll say, yeah, you know, man, they're appointed to be born, they got a birth date, right? But it goes far beyond that. This is concerning kingdoms and empires. Now, it does apply to, right, on a micro level, you can apply it. Because men do have a point in time to come on earth. But ultimately, this is dealing with rulership. Read again from the top.
Is there not an appointed time to man upon earth? Are not his days also like the days of an hireling?
Right. Why are they likened to a hireling? Because the Most High gave them an appointed time to rule. The so-called white man was hired by Yahweh Shai, if you will. And what you do with a hireling, once he do his job, you discard him. Right? You did a good job, cut the grass, but you don't have to be here anymore. See?
The group is with Pharaoh.
Yeah.
The group is with
Oh yeah, beautiful.
King of Assyria.
Yeah.
Right? The king of the Persians and the Medes.
Yep.
You go back then, Ain't the same like it used to be with them when Xerxes was around.
We're talking about how that red horse power was given to him
Yeah.
to take peace from the earth. So it was a certain purpose.
Right.
You know, that this man came, the Lord gave him the power to implement a certain purpose on the earth. You know, the intense purpose of the Lord, which is prophecy. You know, but once World War III over with, Esau's finished. That's going to cement his downfall. You know?
Because the prophecy said that there ain't gonna be no more war.
Right, right. Or those swords will be turned into pruning.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, that's gonna take us. into right. You got a sword right there. Then I remove the sword and put a pruning hook. Now you can't go to war with that. You got to go to work. Yeah, you can't go there. Yeah. You can't go to war now. You got to go to work, baby. That's it, man.
It's all gonna be looking for a sword in the kingdom. Only thing there
Shovels and picks. That don't do that, man. You're going to just marry with bodies. Scripture speaks about that. Because it's going to, remember, the Lord going to reward them double. So, you know, the Lord in heaven, man, he has certain pressure points in history that stick with you. Right? It's a lot of things that have enslaved, but the Lord is a conscious effort to remind you of certain things. Case in point, like picking cotton. There was a whole lot of other shit. But picking cotton, the Lord told that to be at the forefront. Cotton is soft, man. Although it seems, you know, seems real laborious, which it is, because a lot of that cotton, when you go into, you get an in-depth look into it, that a lot of that cotton was red from the pricks of its thorns. And they had to discard that, you know? And that was a part of their quota. Pretty sure they got whipped or whatever. But in contrast to you burying dead bodies, right? That's a wide contrast, man. Right? I'd rather pick cotton than if I just were given those. Right. I'd rather pick cotton. Because you can shed light on the penalty for not reaching the pole. Yeah, you might get but what about what they're gonna happen to their ass? And then, right? So there's a penalty come with that too. So I think I'll get through with picking the cotton than burying dead bodies. And who knows? You might not have a traditional shovel to do that.
Dig into the earth with your
Right,
hand.
with your hand. You got to set markers. And,
feet.
right, you got to be so many feet.
They show you
Gonna
that
make you dig deep.
Right.
movie Emancipation with Will Smith. The guy had big graves. It was no joke. Hard ass work, man. Long hours.
And it's gonna be those bankers and shit. It's gonna be like the young, vibrant, beautiful in his prime. It's gonna be these old bankers and shit that's gonna be doing it, man. You know, the ones that sign these laws and shit. You know, the ones that got the power to change the direction of the earth.
Yeah.
They're the ones that's gonna get their hands on it.
It's safe to say they ain't gonna have immortal bodies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They'll be dying.
And add to that point too, them the same devils that signed off on them ships, they funded them ships, they're gonna be the first fruits of slaves. See? We gonna know who they is. We're gonna have spiritual power. We kick in that door. It's gonna be literally the ghost of Christmas past. Remember that scene? That was the spookiest scene when the ghost he come in with them chains. You hear them chains coming? And them chains could be the very same chains, man. Right? Yeah. Like, 'cause you know them devils, they snap their shit. Yeah, remember then, look up and show shit. Yeah, come on. Was it on that?
Yeah, okay. All right. It's Job 20 and 4 again
Oh,
says,
it's like,
Job chapter 14 verse 5. seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. If I may, the Lord has already has it scripted when this man's sins are going to end. And through the way of the prophecies, we seeing it playing out. We see this end is near. Going back to that hireling, he was only hired for a certain season. Also, the Lord raised him up for this particular purpose. To put hell on the children of Israel, to be the sword over the whole earth. And now his time is ended, man. By the way of what we seeing play out on the planet Earth.
Hey, if I may, he was the perfect catalyst to pull it off. That's why he was hired. The Most High, the Lord knew who to hire to take peace from the earth. Right? He went to the first murderer on the earth. He went to Cain, Right, yeah, Lord, I know the perfect one to establish in the earth. Right? Son of perdition, no morals. Right? Disobedient, bloodthirsty. See that? Come on, that was it?
Yeah.
So we can go back to the...
Yep. Job 20 and verse 4, it says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short.
Right, wicked. Esau, so-called white man. That word wicked is synonymous with Esau. Now, you do have people who do wickedly. They perform wicked acts, but the source of that wickedness is the wicked himself. And that's another buzzword, one of the pen names for Esau, outside of the sword, the devil, Satan, the wicked. That's one of his titles. So the triumvirate of the wicked is short. This man is not going to continue to persist, right? He's not going to press the reset button. He's not going to install his new world order. Now it's going to be, from what we gather from the prophecies, the scripture said, as soon as he begins to fill his belly. So it's going to be the sense of, you reach over the brim and you get a glimpse into it, then the Lord, right, snatch the, because the scripture say that the Lord frustrated him, right? Yeah, you got to rule him. Tap that motherfucker, man.
That's the worst phone call when you sit down and eat. You got to say.
Yeah, that's somebody.
Yeah, because that eating, that's like you beginning to satisfy yourself from all those labors. Now you, with the scripture, well, not the scripture, but what you're saying, the fruit of labor. And it says, well, that's scripture. Right. There's nothing better for a man than
Drink and be
right. Because that's the reward for those labors. You drink water after sweating, that's the reward, So when he's sitting down looking to satisfy himself, the Lord's going to abruptly disrupt him.
It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Right, and that joy was based upon the fall of Israel, the damn devil, man. Yeah, because you really get off on the current state of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. And it makes sense because that assures that you're on top. As long as your competitor is at the bottom, you can sleep better at night. Because that assures you being at the top. But remember, it's a tale of two sides of the coin. And it's in the hand of the Lord. The Lord flipped the coin, man. The scriptures even say that lot. Yeah. Right? Time and chance is with the Most High, man. See, so pretty much the coin flipped on Esau being at the top and we at the bottom, but the Lord is flipping now. As this word go forth, what the scripture say that? Surely you're turning of things upside down. So as the word go forth, things is being turned right side up. So the coin is flipping now. Just so how we know where it's gonna land. It's gonna land this time with us on top. And by default, Esau gotta be at the bottom. And the spirit gonna have, he's gonna be there perpetually until the Lord pretty much get rid of him. That's us.
Just going back, keeps on joining in the hill. One is down, the other one got to be up. So this is the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. Get to the point, St. Luke 16, and I just started at 25. I just get to the point, verse 25. It says, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. So if I may, it says, in the time of his lifetime, rich man, he receiving good things, and in that, Lazarus had to receive the evil man. But as the roles was reversed, was flipped, Lazarus now being comforted, he's receiving the good things. And now the rich man got to receive the evil things,
That reminds me of Revelation 18 chapter. And John Patmos, the Spirit of the Most High coming through and saying, just like they receive riches, live lavishly upon the earth, give them sorrow and torment. So the Most High is balanced, man. Just like he gave, just like the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, just like he gave you everything that you got, he's gonna snatch it away. Just like you tormented us, you're gonna be tormented double.
Just like based on an article that talks about how Jacob discriminated against to this day. And as the brother was just mentioning, it's either Jake at Esau at the top or Jake at the top and Esau at the bottom, or Jake at the bottom. Those two are just two sides of a coin. Whatever it lands on, And so you type in how black in America racially discriminated against. It's a racial profiling, police brutality. You can look at that. That encompasses Jake experience in America. Whenever a cop pull up, it's a whole ordeal every time. They say discrimination in employment and education. We got the saying last hire, first fired amongst us. That's been going on long before we was, as they say in our daddies, you know what? It's a racial bias in the criminal justice system. Man, by the time you see the judge, you know you ain't had real representation as far as your lawyer goes. His collar's all off. His tie ain't tied up right. You already know, you about to do 2 years behind it.
You got to go to casino till at least 18 months, man.
That's it. But that same Edomite, he ain't gonna see no time.
Right.
He gonna see an hour of community service in his daddy's backyard, mowing the lawn. And they say wealth gap. You already know that's crazy. Income inequality.
The generational wealth.
Yeah, Jake the only one that talk about that.
Right.
You know what the other, Edomites talk about? Yeah, this is my family crest right here. They show you a diamond, right? Or all 24 karat ring with a family crest on it. But the rest of their hand, every jewelry on their hand costs up to $200,000, man. They walk around with your whole life savings on their arm with that Rolex on. You ain't seen riches, generational wealth. They ain't got. Y'all will never get to the level in which the Lord is sustaining Esau at right now, but He's gonna pull the rug on Esau.
If I may, he talks about that Haggai too. Jake considered their ways how they put money in a bag of holes.
Right.
So I know Jake can only hope for generational wealth. Food truck or whatever they think is gonna get them out the rut, man.
And
How would a nigga bill off there?
don't be surprised you see Diddy's son walking up here with the rest of the homies, man. But he ain't going. They done pulled the rug on that nigga already, man. What you gonna dance to in that thing? It's,
Yep, it's like this.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is not our race.
Right.
That's it.
Just finish it out. Honestly, talking about political disenfranchisement. You really don't got no politicians on your side, man. You know how echelon this thing go is they got APAC, they got lobbyists. A A lobby is a whole group of organization that pull for your rights as a people. You know, you voter suppression. It's a social and cultural erasure. You don't know your history, man. First of all, you the main people that's fighting to find out who they are in 2024. These sons don't gotta worry about that. Again, they got the family crest going back to dating to the 17th century. They got merchandise back passed down, memorabilia passed down from that same century when you came over here on them shits. They compete with that. So the Lord got to pull the rug on them in order for us to come up.
Son, this is the book of Jeremiah 30, verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have warned thee with the warning of the enemy.
Right. So our wound is from an enemy, man. You could be wounded in a fight, and both parties could be sincerely fighting for survival. It's not personal, but you receive the wound because you're all fighting for survival, you know. But a wound from an enemy, there's a lot of force behind it because it's driven by the sheer hatred and disdain for the opposing party. See? So that's what the Lord did to Israel. He wounded you with the wound of an enemy. Because Esau gets off, man. This nigga, right, he's intent on putting pork in your shit. Right? It's not like he stumbled up and tripped up and shit fell over in it. Right. It's a diligent, right? The scripture speaks about how they, what is that, I believe that's Ezekiel 28. They perform a diligent search. They're wise than Daniel or something along those lines. They full of well what the hell they doing, man. Think not that them Fagos just ended up in on Jefferson Avenue. Right? Yeah, and they got those weird, like the brother said, it's a 27 pounds. Right? You ever know the Fagos, they got odd numbers. That proves that the nigga put something in there, man.
And they said it in Piglet.
Right. Oh yeah, go get it from Piglet.
That's a logistical operation.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
All from the
Oh, yeah.
from the laboratory,
Yep.
in which them some of them chemicals which called nanoparticles in them.
Right.
From the laboratory to your grocery store, your corner store, your gas station.
Right.
That's a whole operation.
And the shit, if I may, right? You look at one of those, you know, like the mad scientists, they actually got images you can look up. If you type in mad scientist, right? Especially from an animated, and you got the guy with the traditional with the two. The shit like a Mountain Dew. Right? The shit like a Mountain Dew. It's a Mountain Dew. Fuck that. It's a Mountain Dew. And because, right, I'm gonna show you, right? When you see the bubbles bumping up in that shit. That fizz. That's it. Fizz. Right? And that's an assault, man, on your body. You drink that shit, it go down. So your organs, they're experiencing Hiroshima and Nagasaki in a sense. Now you see the missiles coming down. Your organs experiencing this shit coming down. And it's loud. And those bubbles,
Chemical warfare.
chemical. Right. If you open, why do I get that sound when I open that fizz? Right. If you can magnify that sound, it'll probably sound like a goddamn nuclear.
That shit eat your mucus up.
Oh, yeah.
Your stomach lining up and all this.
Oh well, it's a it pretty much contributes to what you call it when the men get what you call it the vasectomy.
Oh,
It's a liquid vasectomy.
Sterilized.
It sterilizes. Or that's the goal. That's the motivation behind it. It don't really work on a tick. You know?
Well, it's neurological. It suppresses your brain activity.
Right.
Next thing you know, you can't sleep right. You can't think right. Situations, you would have been made a choice, but you standing there.
Yeah. Give me a number. Right? And it makes you niggas, it brings out the beast in you niggas too. Right? effort to make you niggas kill each other. The evil eye. See, Lord Cole, right? He give you the results. Like you got an evil eye towards your brother, but now we can see what contributes to that. You niggas drinking that bad diet, that contributes to you, having a fucked up attitude and mindset. Fuck the world. Like a nigga like Pop. And you ain't see the moments them niggas was in the studio with a Pepsi, right? Run that back, you know?
Who closed Tyrone?
Oh yeah, well that's it. Who's all the time? Oh, that's Smith. Oh, now that's the spirit too, like the Vulcan, right? That nigga pointing up to the heavens with that arrow too, man. Right? When you pull up the Vulcan, the statue, these crackers down here, right by design, he got that arrow now, right in front of him. It's a fucking leopard, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Somebody might need to get that, man.
Hey,
That's
and then if you see on the cover
leopard behind it all.
what it say? Real magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, wow.
Real magic.
Man, Birmingham is known as the Magic City. Birmingham is actually known as the Magic City. Land of the Chaldeans. Like 2.0. It's like Birmingham is like the face card, if you will, in a sense, with everything that's wrong with America. Like geographically, it's low to right? It's beneath sea level with depression. This place fucked up, man. A bunch of right, it's a bunch of elites down here too, man. Right, Mount Brook. Oh, what you got Red Mountain? Now right there where I live on Valley. And everything you see is like Valley signs. Right now, it's one sign when I leave out and I turn on Valley Ave. It's Valley Temple Drive. I'm gonna take a picture, Lord, when I show you. Yeah, one direction is Valley, it's the other one is Temple. You know?
One thing in this battle, like the other saying, it shows you the real dynamic between Jacob and Esau here. Real dynamic, like Esau, Jacob. You know what I'm saying? They show you versus here in Birmingham. Not saying it's not like that everywhere else, but you come here, you really, really see it. First thing a person say, oh damn, this is. I think Martin Luther King said it one time. Birmingham is the most segregated city in America, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that Gulf Links.
Done.
Well, I knew a guy from Long Beach, a friend back in the world. That was the first assessment he came to. Oh damn, man, this white folks over there, you know. He went over the mountain, over Red Mountain. Obviously see it. Atlanta, same way. Like you can tell when you see like food, what's available as far as grocery stores, gas stations. You're gonna see those Circle K's more in the hood.
Family Dollars, Dollar Tree.
Is it Jeremiah 13?
Family Dollars.
Jeremiah 13 and 23 say, can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? We're talking about that leopard there too. You know, think about it, Esau, he got the tendency to do the same thing. And that's why, it's such a heavy process of knowing your enemy. Your enemy's always going to do what he's supposed to do. Like as Iron Russell, your enemy is going to do wicked. And so, y'all talking about what they do in the inner workings of the city and just how they keep us down. How that oppressive hand is almost invisible. So that average somebody just walking in and it's invisible. You got to be able to detect that. What is it? What is Esau? How does Esau still wield his power but look like a helpless man? He still got control, but the leopard don't change his spots.
If I make two, they run the same play.
Right.
These devils, they don't do nothing different. They just run the same formula. Because really, when it works,
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Run it again.
yeah, they run it
Run it again.
Yeah.
Like
Go
this.
long.
Because it's really a simple play.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Lord, cast light on it.
Put a new fake on.
Yeah. Yep. They got the Big Mac in the form the chicken Mac.
Chicken, man.
Right, like instead of a Big Mac, they got a chicken Mac, you know? So yeah, there's like variations. They tweak certain things, but it's the same thing, man.
So it go long, but the other receiver just
Yeah.
They ain't going until their receiver.
Yeah. Right, a little eye candy, run a nigga in motion. You know what I'm saying?
And they'll openly rebuke whatever Jake come to terms on. Like that ain't right for us. If Jake come to terms, they'll openly rebuke it and then spin it back around in a different product that y'all really love.
Right.
So it's still consistent with the same play. They just know how to fall it, make this brand crumble, and throw it back in this brand. It's all gonna kill you. Remember, as Elder always point out, cigarettes is still illegal. We ain't never seen the recall. Never seen the recall with cigarettes.
Yeah, that's right.
Food and FDA
Right.
telling me they dissected, so this meat ain't right.
Right.
They can harm the public.
Yeah. Until instead of cigarettes, yeah. And you know what? It was just another recall on ready meat. Tyson chicken.
Boys had
Right? You found out something wrong with that, like the elder said. You somehow, oh, stop that. You know what I mean? Jumped in. Right? You caught something.
After these people,
In the assembly, yeah, something in there. But here it is, a cigarette, and even the presence of a cigarette is harmful. It'll burn your ass if you're careful with it.
second
Right?
guess.
Yeah, it'll burn the house down.
Just gonna say that. Yep.
Right? That ain't enough to catch our attention.
Yeah. Like it's a known fact that cigarettes cause cancer.
Cause cancer.
You know, it's harmful to your health. But like the elder's saying, they continuously push them out. I'm talking about at a mass rate.
Right.
You never seen no shortage on those cigarettes.
But they tell you,
Smoking wreck.
when you look at that Surgeon General on the box, it's going right at pregnant women right away, I believe.
Yeah.
So that right there to show you, okay, if a damn baby, that's life, right? Because the baby needs everything functioning, certain things that the baby has to have as intake before he even can take his first step into life, right? So if a cigarette is going to stop that, then that should be for everyone. Because that's stopping it right when it's smoke, you know. That baby, the lungs still fresh, man. Here it is, you've been breathing in shit. You already inhaled. So now they need to really, you know, it should be a recall on that, what we say.
They give you the same shit that be in the smoke coming out the automobile.
Yeah.
Same shit in the cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Opposite of air.
We don't have to have a filter.
Monoxide, small.
That's dangerous. For sure, it's dangerous to have a filter on this. Right? Because you got some with that Jake, you old niggas, man. Like, we want to say, because I knew Jake who used to smoke without the filter. Right? That was cancer right there. Right, level 5, whatever, you know, the highest right there when the nigga hit it. But you can get on Jake about that, but it goes back to Esau, man. Oh, yeah, see that? Yeah, he left a cloud or something. That's good, hey, bro.
We got arsenic.
The butt got loose flying fiberglass in it. Yeah, like every time you pull on a cigarette, fiberglass.
Like it's metal.
And that contributed to it too, man. That cigarette, you know. That's like a dog, like you know, like if you see a animal at his natural habitat, you know, you better put him down. You know, he should right? He should be doing it.
Right.
It's a squirrel attacking you. Right? You know that's kind of out of his
Natural habitat.
Esau got a lot to pay for, man.
This is the book of laws.
Yeah, bro. That's super. That's the spirit. Really. Yeah, he had the sit just hanging out his mouth.
That's what they call it. Loose.
This is the book of Sirach.
Niggas done got into it over looses and shit. Man.
25
Fights and
That nigga
Nigga
yeah,
go,
niggas yeah.
nigga try to buy just one loose out the whole 24 pack. I ain't got nothing. And then fight over that. Try to fight that.
Nigga like, look, man, we got a 3 cigarette limit. Three.
Then you got people that do the whole 2 or 3 packs a day. It's already
Yeah.
proven addicted. Nicotine addicted. But you know that go along with everything else. McDonald's,
Right.
we just don't got the recipe for that. Lab, the scientists do.
Space meat. Space food.
1% beef.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You should be able to smell, right? And by making so 2 billion birds sold, you should be able to smell that ground beef. You know what I mean? Because you cook rabbit at the house, smell it, you know what I mean? That's just 2 or 3 burgers. So you got these burgers being cooked all day, from lunch. That many burgers.
You ain't lying, cause one hamburger fill up the
Man,
whole
one
apartment
hamburger fill up the
complex.
house. You can tell you walking into someone's house, they cook some burgers.
Yeah.
You know they're selling burgers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same with these chicken restaurants. Back in the day,
Oh, yeah.
you be like a block away and you smell the chicken.
Yep.
Yeah. You pass the
Now you can't split that.
Dreamland thing.
chicken.
Oh, well, now they got all these different wing spots. They got different wings, like outside of churches and the traditional
Yeah, they do.
KFC.
Yeah.
You got all these. I know, like in New York, they got they name them after states and shit, right? A lot of, right, a lot
One
of,
of them is Obama Fried Chicken. That's an actual place.
right.
Right.
But you got all these different, but like the brother I was going to, you gotta have sauce with it, right? You got all these different,
Ranch.
right, flavors, but you don't smell it. You don't smell the chicken, man. You don't smell it. Potatoes, none of that. Fries. And you know what that's doing to your colon. You get to a certain age in your 40s and see your colon done, man. Yeah. Big old nice. Right. He probably got he addicted to cigarette butts.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Real,
you know.
real talk.
Yeah, he probably looking for one. He need one this
You
morning.
think he running, but it's skip.
Yeah, he looking for all the cigarettes he smoked this morning.
Hey, brother sent the video about how birds will take cigarette butts and put them in their nest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ward off the insect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, real talk. They put it down.
Because that's a weapon.
Yeah.
That's a form of spirit. Yes. Yep, this the worst case scenario, man.
Boston, they got the squirrels. They got the squirrels and chipmunks and shit addicted to fast foods.
Oh, well, that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Because when you see like chicken, like birds, just throw a chicken, like a chicken wing, something out, they gonna eat it. That's really cannibalism. Right? What the fuck is bird eating? Eat another bird. Right. That's why, seeds, worms. Right, so if a bird was to shit on you in his natural habitat, it really nothing wrong with that, because it's just berries, worm, right? And that worm, he ain't doing nothing but eating what he's supposed to eat. But now, you throw the sword, Esau in there, that bird shit is, right? Yeah, he's breaking down chicken. Yeah, he got diarrhea. Water. He got gas. And this the harsh truth, man. That's why it's an indictment on any of you, Jakes, that's content with continually being. especially in relation to you having a problem with it, you know? Woe to you, man. Those who got a problem with it. Hey, I can see, right, if it's just a thing of you, look, I don't agree, you know, I made my bones here in America, and you're gonna be destroyed for that. Now, how much more a motherfucker who are, with that Proverbs 13 and 13, who despise? How much more for you who despise? And the only thing we're doing is telling you that this place is better. And there is a way out. It's an exit. Right? But the exit is through your house shop. Yep, come on.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 9. It says, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High.
Right, so you see what the scriptures is not only highlighting the ungodliness, right, but it's going to the source. The source of ungodliness is the ungodly. See, so the Most High said, look, that's hateful before him, the ungodliness, which is on display through us. In this realm, we're somewhat of a reflection, if you will, of the Most High on the earth, in a sense. So somebody run, you know, but right, because for an example, the Lord said in Ezekiel 25th chapter, through his people Israel, he'll lay his vengeance on the nations, right? So through these righteous spirits that's being vet from day to day, it gives you a glimpse into how the Most High feels. You see, it's not like the Most High just speaking from afar. Or could the scripture say that? Am I not a power that's not only close at hand and far away as well? So the Lord is close and nearby through us. See? So when we denounce pork, that's a reflection of how the Most High feels. We have a problem with homos. See? That's a reflection of Yahweh Shemel Shai. See, so the ungodliness, it has a source. It's the ungodly. Most High, he pretty much set up the wicked to spawn forth wickedness. The perverseness here on the planet Earth, it stems back to who? The pervert. Esau, man. Cut, is it more than that?
That was it.
I cut, so,
Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
read that last part again.
And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
See, instead of destroy them, which destroy the earth. That's pretty much the Lord narrowing things down. Because who can you blame for the condition of the earth? Right? Now, you can throw China in there, but like scriptures tell you, China is, yeah, they pretty much partakers as well as any of you nations who have cleaved to America, but ultimately, the so-called white man, he's the destroyer, man. See? Right? You got, like, this car is riding down, he's blowing out, that car is blowing out chemicals. Right. And just based upon how your body designed the Lord, he created your body to fight off a lot of toxins, but really the clock started ticking on you dying once you come into this realm. You fight it, you know, but you're destined to die. You can believe that. That's why Yahweh Shai said, at least those days be shortened. See? And unless who days? See, these are the questions we ask. Right? Who days? Esau days, man. In order for you to experience life, it can't be McDonald's. It can't be the churches. It can't be drill music. It can't be tights.
There's a study on age, length of age, and America, Babylon, this don't got the longest age length. It's really one of them countries in Asia
Oh, yeah.
that got longer. And they
Life
maintain,
expectancy.
yeah, life expectancy. they maintain different diets.
Yeah.
They're not about fast food. Everything's more of an ancient way of practice.
Right.
They're all about health. Up into your 80s, you out in the middle of the street stretching and doing your yoga and all of this. Babylon don't practice that, man. They don't practice health really at all, man. And then the whole health industry back, which we have this information, you know, this whole health industry was ransacked by the Rockefeller.
Yeah.
They made sure that that oil industry would stay active in pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Most of these pills that people take go back to the oil industry and go back to the reason why, in order to keep their money flowing, they stopped holistic health practices in America. Early 1900s, rerouted all the doctors began to study health by pharmaceuticals, which that word obviously go back to pharmakeia, go back to source of it's Greek words in scripture. Yeah. Talk about sorcery.
Yeah.
It's pharmakeia.
Yep.
And I gotta be careful with that because I gotta show that I was taken down from just explaining that word.
Yeah.
Taken down.
Wow.
Yeah, pharmakeia can't go into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Esau, they ransacked that whole industry of health. So no wonder why we in the condition we in, and people's minds this place is geared to keep you going off of that destructive mentality. And just the curses that's affecting Jake, they're driven by what Esau's doing. It's a wrong production, and Esau's empowered to do it. He has freelance to be able to wield his sword however he wants, medically, chemically, biologically, visually.
And I mean, that's him destroying all the earth. This nigga destroyed every aspect of life.
Right.
You know, from the minds of the people. You know, of course, the trees, the animals, everything has been attacked. Water. Everything has been attacked under this man's life.
Oh, the relationships. Yeah, the way a man supposed to be well with a woman, the household is supposed to be governed. That's destroyed. And as the elder was speaking, you know what I was thinking about? I was given a vivid illustration in my mind of a surgeon, right? You have a surgeon have a heart surgery, and you having a triple bypass, yeah. And the nigga take a break and go out and smoke a cigarette, man. That's true. Right? Well, the very motherfucker tell you, give you a regimen, you know, you want to live, and the nigga got a pack of cool. This place finished, man. Right? Because what's supposed to be the institution for health is really death. Right? If we look up, you might get struck, but if you was to look up how many people died because of those, because of Maxine, that right there, that should be case closed. This man was supposed to be presented as a health institution for health. It's the very catalyst for people getting these clocks. A few football guys died. You had, it was this one girl. I was thinking about this one chick. She was a track girl. She was young. She died. Right then, I forgot. It was about 5, 6 of them football guys.
The girl y'all just showed me last week.
Oh yeah. Well, pretty much our whole head is a clock at this point, man.
High school
Yeah.
athletes.
A few of them just dropped dead on the court.
These healthy people.
Right. They should be. That's perceived to be the healthiest people. Right. They up jogging and they working out. They got a certain body fat. And all it took is just the fangs of this fucking serpent, right? And that's it. Now you got to ask yourself, who came up with that? Who cleared that? Who the fuck was in the lab coming up with that? When really you got the earth producing things that keep you healthy. But they outlawed that, like the elder going into, and they'll put your ass to death if you promote health. That happened to CB. Come on. Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Isaiah.
Really a madhouse.
Yeah.
You gotta sit there and allow the crazy people to run the whole.
Right.
Right.
What you're saying is the crazy people have started to run the asylum.
Beautiful. That's it, cause hey, that's the crazy people right there. Wicked. This is a madman.
Right.
What mad scientist?
Oh, well, children are there. Children are your oppressors.
Yeah.
Because a child is really crazy.
Yeah.
When you look at it, I mean, if I could dribble, that might not be the best word to use. So you know, a child have to be, right, your whole life is dedicated, and the elder brought that out, is keeping a child alive.
Right.
Because due to their folly, they're just going the street, get
Right.
hit by a car.
That's it.
They all giggity, they laugh at little certain things. They don't take nothing serious. Right. They'll stick their hand in a plug. Right. You leave something, if some poisonous, they'll eat it.
Yeah.
They just take it and eat it. They don't consider it.
Jump in the microwave.
Right, yeah. In the stove.
Yeah.
You looking for that little motherfucker in the stove, man.
They constantly shooting each other in the head.
I just want to say that they'll find a weapon. And they'll shoot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shoot themselves. They
Blow their
constantly do
brains
that.
out. Yeah.
Right? So now you got Esau, he pretty much fits that bill. Any nigga who would come up with zebra cakes and that's what you grew up on that, man.
Right.
It get you pissed though, you know?
Secret cakes.
You was in the lab and came up with that. And you distributed it, you manufactured it, distributed it in the neighborhoods, and you sold that motherfucker for 25 cents. Well, it was a top, I think it was 50 cents at one time, right?
25
I was watching a video, man, some ass nigga who was in the store. He said, man, damn, the chips are dark.
Yeah,
So that, the ruffle chips and shit, they used to be like 25 cents. That shit look like they got this little one part in the store. They got the boxes sitting up like this. And you got the 25 cents. And you get four for $1. And you don't know what that shit is. That dust on top of them Tito's and all that shit. And that shit, it stains, you see kids with the Tito fingers. That shit stain the color of your fingers, man. That shit being there for, take a couple of baths to get that out. Right, t-shirt, you wash your teeth, you got that shit, Tito on your t-shirt. You shouldn't be eating that. Right, if you're on the truth, you shouldn't be eating that, man. Because now you saying what? Okay, you trust Esau again. Now, we ain't saying that we found some type of solace. We found this honey hole. We got everything. And what we get is not contaminated. No, we're not saying that. But the obvious, like a fucking yellow bag, that's like, you see one of those frogs or poisonous venom, or more emphatic, the color.
Yeah, these chips ain't natural.
No.
Your chip ain't naturally
You
yellow.
put fire to that motherfucker, man. We might need to start.
It won't burn.
No, it won't burn, man. Dorito and Cheeto, that shit won't even burn.
That shit don't burn, right?
No, it don't burn.
See that?
Don't burn, no.
Not
Shit.
gonna find a Cheeto tree.
No,
Right.
no.
You put a stem on a wick on that motherfucker, man. That motherfucker might blow up.
On the bag it
Throw that
says
motherfucker-
artificial this,
Artificial flavor.
artificial that, artificial this.
Right.
Nothing natural.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a corn chip. Keep- it's supposed to
Right,
make
right.
a- you know what I'm saying? A corn chip for corn, right?
Good.
No.
What is a chip, man?
What is a chip?
First
chip?
of all, you know?
But the juice say 0%.
Yeah.
12% juice.
True.
Right, right.
5% juice.
True.
And why do they have to promote it like 100% juice?
Right. Non-GMO.
And they say natural flavor.
Yeah,
That's bullshit right there. Natural flavor.
when they use the first one, no preservatives added.
So I hate to see what's not natural. You know,
Right, cuz.
what's the alternative to naturally flavored?
Right, right.
But you know they use a lot of the flavors and them colors. They get them from bugs and shit.
Yeah, yeah, the yellow 5.
But with the FDA, they clear so many bugs to be in the food. Yep.
Maggots in the milk.
Yeah. That's some shit that's real contaminated, rat droppings.
Right.
I forget about the disease that come from rat droppings. If it get moist, I forget it.
Death.
Yeah, yeah. It causes death.
Yeah, just to simplify.
Yeah, it's death. Yeah, be throwing up the bottom of your stomach.
Hey, remember those fudge rounds?
Cuz.
Right? The cream inside of the bitch, the color of it, right? It was the brownness of it, right? Where did that come from? How you come up with that, you know?
That's true.
Shit was like tan. It's not natural, man.
Bread ain't white. Come to find out, rice ain't white.
Rice is
It's
plastic.
all a big lab experiment. So that's
Yeah,
all
it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. And the experiment in those in the lower regions, in the ghetto, like I'm saying, come to the inner city to find the Fagos and find the wax cakes. That's all that shit is,
Right.
wax.
Right.
When you go to the, up in the place like here, Birmingham versus Red Mountain, Vestavia, you ain't gonna find, like you say, you gonna find no Fagos.
Oh, no.
They don't know what that is.
No, they don't know what that is. No,
yeah.
they don't know what that is.
Pineapple orange Faygo?
Yeah, pineapple.
And you know it's bad because it's like you go to the grocery stores, everything expensive. Go get the same shit at the Family Dollar and Dollar Tree for like $1, $2, the same shit.
And like the brother said, like them cakes, that's wax. You can see that. You put 5 to a 0 cake, tell them where my am. Yeah.
That's wrong. Look at Isaiah 24, verse 5.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, somebody get also, I think is that Ecclesiastes 7?
Isaiah 24, verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Hey, can you click on the word defile? See what it is? Right? The earth. The earth is defiled, man. Under the inhabitants thereof. So that's the scriptures pointing to the corporate. Right? What else you want, man? Now, through the process of elimination, is it terrorists? Like, 'cause that's the boogeyman, the terrorists. Let's go out there. Is it Al Qaeda? Right, Hezbollah. Yeah. Yeah. You got an SK.
God. This word defiled, Strong's 8:26:10, to be profane.
Oh, to be profane. So that links Esau, man. Right? That word profane with the naked eye, one with a corporate equated to foul language. But really, to be profane is to be outside of the realm of righteousness. But you can't enter into that. Right? Esau can't somehow, and you brought that out earlier, the spots, man. Esau can't somehow become clean. He was designed to be profane. And where profane really goes to outside of the temple, man. That's why when you go into the humble beginnings, Esau was a man of the field versus Jacob being a man of the tent. See? So he's defiled. Or he's the source of the earth being defiled. Read that again?
It says to be profane, be polluted.
See? Be polluted. Pollution comes with Esau. Let's say hypothetically, if you could take someone from another planet, this analogy just for edification's sake. But let's say if you had someone, from another planet, and you introduce them to this world for the first time, man, and I'm saying that they got a body like ours, and meant to breathe air, when he hit this motherfucker, he'll die, man.
Yeah.
He'll die. We just been accustomed to it. We're immune to it. You know about to get cold at Oxford, niggas. Classic punk. And you stay away from all, you stay away from all gas stations within. You see a Caprice.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Nigga get out. Nigga uncle get out the package shop with a white tee.
Right.
Tall white tee. Get out of here.
This long. This long.
Oh yeah, you
over there.
Well, they got these niggas over here on Third. That's the creek. Nobody is to go out there on Third. I'm pretty sure brothers don't go, man. But right there, that's nigga central.
Yeah,
They got on YouTube. You got the niggas dancing with. Get out the car with the Draco, the nigga uncle. He should be the voice of reason, you know. He the first nigga out to Tahoe, nigga. You just when you run that loop back as you're doing the video to give you a glimpse into niggas, man. Niggas say, oh, let me go get my shit too. You know?
Yeah, we get for that. Dude just got killed down there. Bagged
Oh
to
yeah,
somebody.
right there at
Yeah.
yeah.
Bagged it to him by mistake.
And them niggas gonna be down there, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the passive
That's
real.
the setup.
Star for
Right.
Shell. Work his way all the way
Nigga,
around
right there.
Central City.
Yeah. How you get to the classic? Then you give them the good shell.
Shell on Third.
Shell as you put in the two. Vibration to the terrible, man.
Hell no.
Really count down to the shootout.
Yeah.
Real, for real though. Count down the shootout.
Yeah. Shootouts.
That's fucked up.
See the word defile, it says to be corrupt.
Whoa.
It says
See, that links up to Esau. What's that? Psalms 14? Somebody get that real quick. Psalm 14, Bubba the shot. And somebody can get, I want to say Sirach 6 and 27. Yeah. Yep, I believe it's, yep.
It's Psalms chapter 14, and Psalms 14 and 3 says, they are all going aside. First verse.
First one.
It says, yep, the fool has said in his heart, there is no God.
Right, that's Esau, man. What?
It says, they are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that do it good.
See, so they are corrupt. Now let's get that real quick. See?
the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 27, it reads, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome.
Right, corruption shall be overcome. That's the time we're in. But and that's another example of the source of corruption. We just read it, right? Where the scriptures refer to Esau as corrupt. So the corruption that you see, right? This place is corrupted. It comes from the corrupt. See that? And there they are. The powers that be, those behind the scenes, that Wizard of Oz behind the curtain set. But that's the Lord. The Lord put them niggas on blast. That's it. That's them. Right?
Going back to that corrupt. 2nd Ezra 7, verse 43, it reads, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time,
Yep.
and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, When temperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up.
Yeah.
By making going back, it said the day of doom, which is really the destruction. It said ultimately, that's going to be the end. That's going to be the beginning of the immortality for the calm. But it says it's going to be the end of corruption. You know, that's what this word is filled with, corruption. Because of the corrupt Esau Edom, man. You know? That was just
What was that?
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 4. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
You read that again?
The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
Right, so that's why we're expounding on this current state, man. Because you have to be introduced to the ills of this world. That's the only way you can truly commit to Yahweh Shah in the sense of desiring a change. See, these different Israelite groups, they irresponsible, man. They push forth, right, this world-friendly idea. It's cool to be an Israelite in America, right? And they pretty much, they hide you from the real issues, right? See? But ultimately, this is supposed to be the house of mourning. You're supposed to be brief concerning this current place you in, right? Your living conditions. You can't send your children off to a school without you really handing them over to the fucking devil, man. See? They're gonna be heavily influenced, right? The line's gonna be blurred. The gender card is thrown out of the window. Everybody's the same. You have to be exposed to that in order to appreciate, right, the world to come. Appreciate righteousness. Right. If you are constantly being desensitized and believe that this shit is normal, just like we're going to the flavored, right? Don't forget you flavored cherry candy. Now you've been giving that so long, and now that's your stance. This cherry, and they ain't good. So that's the mindset that people develop when they're not thoroughly, right, exposed to the offenses of Esau. Because you subconsciously believe this shit normal. See?
Stockholm syndrome.
Right, Stockholm syndrome. But it's not normal to breathe in chemicals. It's just not. It's not normal to be breathing. We need Yahweh Shah, man. See? That's it.
Hey, it's not normal to see a Decepticon or a Transformer, man.
Oh, no.
Yes, and for that individual or that thing to have rights,
Right.
to protect it.
Well, you got them with a voice.
Oh God.
The guy who over the Department of
Oh yeah, he's over health, man.
yeah, he over health, man.
Secretary
Right?
of Health.
Mr. Doubtfire. Yeah, this nigga actually got he signed off on health-related issues. But this nigga, damn middle-aged Edomite, which is the worst thing you want to encounter.
You go to the doctor saying your head hurt, they come out telling you gay.
Well, they're gonna give you the medication to facilitate you becoming gay.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly.
Good. Cheerios.
Right. Hey man, look, man, the Lord truly protecting us.
Good.
Because these demons, this devil working overtime, man, through his media, right? The things you eat, because you don't even have to, you can say, look, I'm gonna go vegan or I'm gonna refrain from certain things, but you don't know what this nigga let out in the air, man. Right, yeah, water. And you notice, right, these commercials, a lot of the commercials that they promote medication, certain medication, it's the same symptoms that you will be dealing with. I don't know if brothers ever
Yep,
noticed that,
yep.
like some shit that you came down with maybe in the last week,
Good,
then all of a sudden they got a commercial for the shit.
good, good. Like they reading your brain signals or some shit.
Right. But then the side effects could cause thoughts of suicide. You know? That's what man. I actually saw one of the commercials. Right? One of the side effects, it could cause heavy thoughts of depression, even suicide.
Who wanna
Crazy,
tell
bro.
Isaiah 51 and 14. The captive exile
That's it.
hasteneth that he may be loose.
Right, this is a form of that.
That's it, bro.
Not physically marching, right? Because a lot of you Jake out there, when you march, you telling Esau to not kick you in the ass with a steel toe boot, but kick you in the ass with a house shoe, or a slipper. Kick me in the ass, but not with no steel toe boot,
Right.
right? Kick me in the ass with a Wallaby Clark. That's what you're doing, man. You're not saying stop kicking me in the ass.
Good.
Pretty much march, you want to be accommodated in content. Right? A nigga in jail, man, give us some extra, y'all never give us extra orange juice, you know? You're not saying you want to get out of there, you just want to be accommodated.
Accommodating for the bullshit.
That's what you niggas do, right? But see, us hastening to get out of here is not going to manifest in the form of margin. This is the hastening right here, as we shed light on our condition. This is hastening, you know?
We ain't gotta ask Esau for shit.
Right.
Just ask the Lord for what we need to sustain us through this
Right.
death.
Come.
Right? This death dance with Esau until it shuts it down.
Mm-hmm. What the scripture say that? Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death? So we just passing through, so we need to be preserved and kept until the return of Yahushua. You see? And because the scripture says, I will give you the morning star. That's your Yahushua, man, which is life. So if you ain't good to the end, you know, the new bodies and casting off this flesh, that's gonna have a twinkle of an eye too, bro. So we're gonna, man, that's beautiful to think about. Out of everything we have to endure, in that moment, just as your eye twinkle and the spirit, you know, looking at the brother, man. But you see that? But yeah, just as see that, man, that was heavy, man. The Lord had twinkle, man. But just as soon as that can happen, that's how we're gonna change from this current state of depression. You're not gonna even be depressed no more, you know? You're not gonna know how depressed, because right now we don't know what it really feels like to be joyous. Scripture said we scarcely smile. We don't know what it really feels like to be joyous.
We really rejoice when you hear about evil.
Right.
Right,
You
right,
know,
wow.
you know,
Yeah.
so how we really be happy.
Right. Job 20 and 8, it says, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision in the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place any more behold him.
Yeah, man.
Going back to what I'm saying, man, you ain't gonna remember this no more, man. You know, all of this that we going through is gonna be chased away as a dream in the night, which means it's gonna all go away with Esau, man. And you know, as you have a dream, the more that you go about your day, the more distant that dream gets. So we ain't living a dream. We ain't living a dream. We in a nightmare here in America. So once we receive that crown, that nightmare is going to disappear like that. Man.
Revelation chapter 7, verse 17, it says, for the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of water, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears
Yeah, I'm just
from
like
their
that.
eyes.
Thank you.
So if I make, Lord, you know, some come, man, there wouldn't be a peace, man. There wouldn't be a rest, man. You know, all the things that we experience in this life, man, like the elder read, it's gonna be like a nightmare, man. You know, a dream that like, faded away, man. No more tears, man. You know.
And that's the new covenant.
Yeah.
That's the new covenant, man. You can still die here. The Lord still judge Israelites. How we in the new covenant? The Lord judging Israelites and killing them, man. Hey, yo, man, them Ravens, I've been seeing them too. I've been, my spot. That's it. There you go. Yep, come on. Oh, who's ready? Come on.
It's Sirach 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
That's it.
That's it.
And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. As I put the Lord could just change our situation, it will. In the twinkling of an eye. Whereas your brain not going to really be able to be depressed in that day when the Lord gives us that wrong, gives us that righteous, establishes justice and judgment and prosperity for the Israelites on this earth. Establishes righteousness in this world. That's what we engaged in. The reason why we aren't operating the way they want to because our spirit is adverse to wicked. Most High has put the spirit in his elect to hate the evil. So we don't want any parts of it, and that becomes a problem for the people in this world. Hey, why y'all gotta be that way? Why y'all just don't? You see a problem with everything. Well, yeah. Our spirit entertains righteousness. Now imagine when the Most High set up righteousness. How y'all gonna flow with that? Y'all can't. That's why you're gonna be destroyed first, and then the Most High brings you back in your right state of mind. The fact that you got the tribes right now that hate righteousness and justice, and you pretty much love to be some form of captive in any form of fashion, which we going into. Whether you go to McDonald's,
Like you said.
Stockholm.
No, you got it.
Yep, you guys to Stockholm, we love some form of oppression. It reminds us that it's almost as if you had a date right now that is a Babylonian Israelite as the ancient world. He liked to do things as if the Babylonians were still in captivity. Or you got an Egyptian Israelite. He liked to do things as if the Egyptians were still in captivity. Everybody moving to this captive state of mind. Right? They're going to Syrian captive Israelite. He like to operate as if the Syrian's still ruling and the way he think, the method he think, right? And you're all clashing against what form of captivity is better. It's all Stockholm syndrome, man. The Lord gonna eradicate that whole mind frame out of us where we don't, and it starts now, where we don't want any form of captivity.
Hey, that's why the scripture say arise and depart. Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart.
And that arise and that departure begin in your mind. Well, like what the elder is saying. We arising in our mind, meaning what? We waking up to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the kingdom, man.
If I may, the scripture says upright in heart.
Upright in heart. That's it. What's that? Upright in the ways. What's that? You know what I'm talking about? Right. What's that way? That's this truth, man. Because going to a way is compatible to a doctrine, man. And that comes in the form of this light. It's truth. Go ahead, bro.
It says, for this is not today, because it is polluted.
We speaking, going over a vast variety of the pollutions, man. Beginning with mental pollution, such as come in the form of Christianity, come in the form of the image of Caesar or Cesare Borgia. Go ahead.
It shall destroy you.
It's going to destroy you, right? If you continue in, that destruction going to come by the way of a sequence of events before the Lord send Yahweh Shai, man. Famine, teeth of the wild beast. But ultimately, if you do make it through those, you're going to get destroyed by those missiles, man. Go ahead.
even with a sword of
Yeah,
destruction.
even with the sword of destruction, those missiles. You know?
If I may, it's like you go off there, you mentioned start with that mental that mental pollution. But that's the GPS that leads you to your fate, man.
That's it,
You know,
Yeah.
these people, they destination is already death, but it's whether they gonna go direction of Christianity,
Right,
being a nigga,
right,
whatever the case may be, the results is death.
right.
You know,
You see it in their mentality right now. You know, or Jake to pick up a cigarette. It ain't just the cigarette that's gonna kill him. It's the logic behind why that's okay, why that's a viable choice for you. And if that's your logic that led you to the cigarette, it's gonna also lead you to MOTV.
nigga take a smoke a cigarette just right after he get through eating,
Yeah.
that calms his nerve. That type, when you say that logic is gonna lead you to take to see help or whatever. Ultimately, you're gonna be dead. That's gonna be the results.
Smoke break.
Smoke break. Let it calm. Yeah, that MOTV, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna bring that calmness, man. Cause you're in an uproar, you know, when you can't eat, when there's nothing to eat. You're in an uproar, you know, certain things going on that's not stable in your life. That's how Esau gonna fix it. He's gonna bring stableness out there, and he's gonna say, okay, you want your stability back? Take this thing. That's how you're gonna get your stability. But like you said, it starts with a mindset. That's why you read Revelation 3 and 10, if I'm not mistaken. I will keep thee, right? That's in your mind. That's where you're gonna be kept at, in your mind. Because the spirit is gonna have your mind geared, like you said, that mental, by making a decision, it all starts in your mind. You know?
You can't control anything outside in this world. Most High didn't give us control over nothing in this world. And so the only thing you really gonna have somewhat form of fashion and control over is your choices and what you agree to, what you agree or disagree to. That's really the foundation of all the Lord gives you at this point in time. You're gonna agree to righteousness or you're gonna agree to wickedness. Based upon that alignment, you're gonna receive salvation or destruction.
Right.
But everything happening in this lifetime, ain't nothing we can't fight out here voting, and you can't shape what the Most High has already done. He didn't give you jurisdiction over this society. So we really just here to exist up until the point where the Lord reinstate us into royalty and rulership. Then you get to really mend things and change things the way you want to.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. This the only thing that you got. That the Lord showed you this reality under Esau. Even if you leave America, you still gonna see a resemblance of it. Right? If you just go to some rural area, guarantee you're gonna see something that. Right, a chemtrail. You'll see a plane, pilot. You're gonna see the eagle. So, you know anything out here? Okay.
God, book of Isaiah 24 and verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Right, and we just looked up that word defile, and some of the words that was what? Corrupt, profane. See? That's Esau, man. Under his watch. And everything we went through, we kind of singled out. Man, that's scratching the surface, bro. That's just the obvious, things that you should be relating to. It should be relatable to you people like this. But if you was to go peel back that veil, a little layer at a time, you'll see, well, there's an emphasis. This man, he's driven by bringing that energy into the earth. Think not that this man is looking for a way to solve cancer. Right? Well,
It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Right, that proves that that's that adverse spirit. Right? He changed the ordinance. He broken the covenant. Why? Because he's not a man of the tent. Right? Because Jacob being a plain man, a man of the tent. That really goes into a man of the scribe. Matter of fact, can we get that? The man, I would lay my honor upon him, man of the scribe. Man of the scribe being one who what? Enforce righteousness in the earth. Right? You're not going to design a system based upon unlawful food. Like the restaurants, right? You surprised, you'll send out a text if you find a restaurant that don't cook pork.
Oh yeah.
That's a milestone, right? This spot don't, I recommend it. Currently, no pork. Yeah, see? So this man, he's intent, right, on pushing forth everything that's contrary to Yahweh Shah. If he was in synergy, if he was in the spirit of righteousness, then we wouldn't be talking about this. We wouldn't be speaking about pork and, right, or adultery. Who behind adultery, man? Esau pushed that, man. Hey, this man have no wiggle room to get away. Cause think about it. When we came over here on them ships, it wasn't R&B music yet, man. Right? It wasn't R&B music. It wasn't nothing to promote me and Mrs. Jones got a secret thing going on. Right? Even, you know, Jake was being off and doing what they were doing, but that wasn't pushed forth, right, as the standard.
Somebody had resources to put that out.
That's it.
Right. To make it, yeah, to make it pretty much infect, to seep through the houses of all Jakes. You had the Jake that was off, but you had certain Jake that was holding on to some values. This man stepped in and created a system, a design, right, that was so overwhelming to where it seeped into the hearts and minds of everybody. This nigga made sure NWA was in the cassette players of every nigga out there. He could have easily stopped that. He could have said, no, this is not moral. How about y'all saying some, old Nicholas King? That, even though that was false too. But they stayed that out. Like, cause you'll have a jazz, a blues nigga, he'll bring an inkling of that old, you know, law, right? They pretty much moved all that out of the way, and there was a conscious effort to push forth adultery, man. And like I said, Esau can't say, well, hold up, man, I didn't know. R&B music and none of that shit, rap, hip-hop, it wasn't created or packaged and manufactured and distributed out there at that point, man. So you could have salvaged the Israelites. You could have said, okay, y'all my slaves, but I'm going to keep you in your traditions. You can follow your powers, but you under me.
Yeah, that's what I just think. He allowed them
Right.
to continue in their traditions and their customs. But contrary, like the elder saying, in these times, he took you far and far away from it. He introduced wickedness into you. It was a known fact in the late 80s, early 90s, that they had the little meetings about hip hop, you know, to distort it, you know, to put that trash out there so you can, you know, feed your mind off that trash so you can go kill a nigga or something, you know.
Right.
And that's why he's known as that fella as well.
That's it, brother.
He can chop
That's
it
it.
down.
That's
Chop
it.
down
That's
the
it.
break it
That's it.
down.
That's it.
That's it.
That's why everything gonna rejoice, man, when that fella be taken out of the way. Because Isaiah 14,
He the sword.
he just swore.
A sword was set up to cut things off. He blocked the way back to Yahweh Shah when you read 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. And this nigga standing in the way, we get back into righteousness. Man. See? That's why the Lord worked, he performed a beautiful work with us. Right? Lord, he he instilled that spirit in us really before we got it. You know, what's that? Matthew 13. He who have,
Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, right.
he'll have more abundantly. So it's like, you know, you got a pedigree. You know, certain dogs, you can't break that up. It's in them. You know, they have to be snapped. You know, you have to be given the right toolage. Then you can bring it out of them. That's the edapara.
Okay.
Yep. You got something else? Oh yeah, come on.
Sirach chapter 10, and I can start at verse 4.
You know what? Start at the top.
Come, verse 1, it says,
He ain't let Esau off the hook, man. And because again, Salaki, right? Things get more intense once you get to the verdict. When you get to, you know, it's kind of broad initially, but then when it boils down to the verdict, all eyes on the defendant. He stand up, him and his lawyer. The judge said, have y'all come? Right? It's intense. So that's why the spirit, man, this devil cannot be hid. As it is written, he who speaks unrighteous things cannot be hidden. Well,
That's why they call this the Black Mystery Song.
oh yeah, yeah.
Rather than little kids.
Yeah, then they was being childish too, man. He said the only mystery we have to solve is not to be childish, you know. And how to grow up, yeah. You fucking devils always accusing somebody, man. You the corporate. Right, this nigga made this big campaign about terrorism. Then you conveniently left out right? When you colonize, but you pushing terrorism, and we're gonna say it again, a bunch of Arabs, like 50 Arabs with a couple of pickup trucks and some SKs.
Yeah.
They ain't doing shit, man. They ain't influencing the world.
Yeah, no.
Right, yeah. With tripods on the back of it. Hey, because terrorists, from what I gather from you, a terrorist do his thing, get the fuck out of there, man. You niggas colonized it, and not only that, left us in shambles. You could have easily said, okay, go ahead back to your life. You left us with the pieces to pick up. That's why that rod of iron gonna be heavy, man. You gonna fuck Esau up. You gotta have new bodies. Right, you're gonna have to have new bodies. Yeah. Them little Edomite babies, they not gonna be cute. Them motherfuckers gonna come back looking just like Andrew Jackson. Take that little, right, the baby cute, right? You'll kind of be like, Andrew Jackson coming through that motherfucker, gonna grab that nigga force. Grab that nigga, you gotta slap, soak that nigga, grab that little nigga right here. You gotta let me wrap that little nigga.
New mind's gonna be installed with the wrath of the Heavenly Father already in them. Ain't gonna be no such thing as, y'all got it. I can't do that.
That's a baby, huh?
Yeah. See Andrew Jackson.
Indignation.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Lord showed his anger through Esau to us.
Yep. Yep.
You know, we had just gave the bait and all these horrendous acts they having upon us on Esau. The Lord got something he gonna do to Esau from us, man, through us, man.
That's it.
Going back, you quoted earlier Ezekiel
25.
said according to his anger and according to his fury, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Be double.
That's why it's only a matter of time. If you just walk down the street, let's say you blank slate, you just from Jenkins, 20s to his 30s to his 40s, you just walking down the street, you don't know nothing from Esau gonna give you that look like, where'd you get your pride from? We stole it from you. Where'd you get your sense of security from? We brought that from you. You know? As soon as you get to it, you know, you're gonna witness that from your oppressor. He got that look as if, yeah, we still got our feet on your neck. How are you even able to, consider yourself to be a man? We took that from you, right? We gave it back to you just to show you that it's right. 3 fifths, and then they had this idea. So you're constantly reminded of the oppression. How do you not support it? This truth and this understanding, unless you're just okay with oppression, unless you in some type of mental, right? And Esau facilitated that. You confuse niggas out here are Esau's experiment, lab experiment. He still got his hand on you.
You should want this to be the truth. Jake should want this to be the truth, even if they are reluctant about it. They should want this to be the truth. Okay, we're gonna be ruling. We're gonna have dominion over our enemies, the same ones, well documented, right? They serve as very symbol of our fall. You can't even begin to speak to our fall without incorporating Esau. So here it is, a message go forth, the good news that you're gonna take that very same suggestion, and Jake don't want to believe it. Yeah, even if it don't really make sense, you should say, you know what, I want that to be true. And what can I do to help the ministry if I could have that be a possibility?
How you know Jake the problem?
Yeah, Jake is the problem, yeah. Since thou has not, so-called Negro and Latinos and Native Americans, since you become affiliated with being a homeboy slave, cool, that's what you're going to be then. See? And you're going to stay with your master, and now you got to suffer his same fate.
So Isaiah 30, verse 9, says that this is a rebellious people, blind children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seer, see not, and prophesy, Salakia, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. It says, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. That's our people, man. Right? You don't want to hear that America is going to be destroyed. Right? You really don't want to hear that you a prince of the power, for real.
Right.
You know? You don't want to hear the truth, man. You want us to tell you everything is gonna be okay. You know, that's really what you want to hear. But hell no, everything is not gonna be okay, man. America is gonna be destroyed. Your master is gonna be taken down, right? And we gonna be rulers. And that's crazy how, which we understand why they don't want to hear it, but every, you know what I'm saying, you would say, damn. So like the elder said, damn, you first thing you should do, you should agree with this message.
Right.
You should contribute to it, man.
And that's so they hate you outside.
That's what it is. They hate you outside.
Oh, good, man. Hey, man. Wow.
Man,
The
that's
Lord in heaven, man. It was just a chariot, a car rolled by, had king on it. Just as we were saying it, they hate Yahweh Shai.
Right.
The Lord said they hated me without a cause. This is the perfection of that. Because how is this hurting you? How, this shouldn't be grounds for you to hate Yahweh Shai due to this message. Telling you went off, you failed as a people, and now the favor of the Lord is now risen upon you. And just believe, turn to him. See? Yep, come on.
just going what you just said. They hate Yahweh Shai, Isaiah 30 and 11. It says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. And that's the thing. They hate Yahweh Shai, man. They don't want Yahweh Shai, right? But guess what? It's a penalty for not wanting Yahweh Shai. All right? He that despises the word shall be destroyed, man.
That's it.
I was going to change everything.
That's it.
Yeah.
Here they go. They just got settled in. Like,
Right.
once you got comfortable with these Romans,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got a good job. I got a
Exactly.
living.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the same spirits from Egypt, nigga. Talking
That's
about
it, bro.
Cucumbers.
That's it, bro. They want to go back, man. That's right. That's right.
Come on, go back.
Come. Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Yeah, the government of Yahweh Shai gonna be well ordered. This place is is at Job 10, you
Yep.
know, place without any order. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Yeah, as you can see, man, everybody following after Esau ways, man. You know, and that's why you got Jake with purple hair and a Draco wearing a fucking purse, man.
Right.
You know, it says an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them that are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
If I may,
That's right. Yeah.
it said, an unwise king destroy his people. And, you know, Esau being in power, you know, you got these different ideologies and ways of life that leads to destruction, man. You know, you got, of course, the LGBTXYZ. You got, motherfuckers with their bad diets. You got YouTube channels dedicated to just mukbangs, man. Everything in between that bring forth the destruction of the people. It starts with Esau, man. Because he allows it. You know?
Creates
Mm-hmm.
hormone suppressants.
Yep.
They can drug your own child right now. They'll never reach puberty. They're 25 years old.
Hormone blockers.
Come. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Hey, that's the solution, man. There got to be a change in management. See? In order for you to really experience righteousness and life, prosperity, the management got to change. And these devils, they go at it when you're young. Imagine what's in the Syria. Right? It's set up to just turn you into a fucking Babylonian. What?
In the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man.
But that prosperity goes in rulership. The Lord determines who rules. So the so-called white man has to be on the scene so that this dark time of prophecy can come about. The time of the shadow of death. The right ruler had to be in power. What?
And upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor.
Read that again.
And upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor.
Right, and that's dealing with the elect, the governing body, man. See? That's the person of the scribe. That's who the Lord going to ultimately lay his honor upon. That word honor goes into promotion. Which, simply put, what's going to be the benefit of the earth? The person, the man, or the scribe had the dominion. Scribe being the law, the statute, commandments. So if that's the case, this is what's going to be instituted in the planet Earth. See, we're not going to allow adultery and wayward practices, bestiality, your diet, eating whatever the hell you want. Know that rod of Aaron is going to come in, man. We're going to enforce the law. See? That's who the Lord is going to entrust the welfare of the world to. See? Which, by the way, the kingdom of heaven is going to be nothing more than a reality based upon what the Most High himself thinks how a kingdom should be ran. Think about that. Right? All these different kingdoms and empires, that was the Lord showing you from the standpoint of the heathen. And what happens, right? Usually who's at the tail end of it? The people on the side. Whenever the heathen ruling, then you suffer. It's at the expense of Israel. And this time, now more than ever with your enemy ruling over you, man. You see, but the Lord said no. The way a kingdom shall be ran and governed here in this earthly realm, it should mirror how the ordinance of the heavens play out, right? In heaven as it is on earth. And that can only come by way of the scribe, or the man of the scribe. That's why the governing body is referred to as what? Kings and priests. Right? All these other kings, they was kings. But no, the kingdom of heaven will be governed by kings and priests. Why? Because the legislations, if you will, be the scriptures. Those are the legislations. You know, these devils passed another legislation. No, the real legislations is the law. See? Most High endure forever, man. So he's not going to change up the game plan in the kingdom of heaven. See? He's going to be going right back to the past. The beginning is close. Right? You know, they're saying the end is near. No, the beginning is near, man. See? So, anything else? Hey, so with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Give honor to our teachers, the head apostles, the elders, the great millstone. Shalom to the fellow laborers out there. As always, believers to the next time. Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah.